Well, let's stay with a conversation around tourism at the moment. A huge amount going on. It's, as I said, World Tourism Day, a big conference just a couple of weeks ago where people really spoke up for the potential for tourism. At the same time, more and more people are becoming what are called digital nomads. In other words, they work from anywhere in the world. All they need is a consistent internet connection. I should probably mention they need consistent electricity as well. Mirelle Wenger is the MEC for Finance and Economic Opportunities in the Western Cape. MEC, good afternoon to you. Are you seeing an increase in digital nomads coming to the Western Cape? Are you seeing more people living like that in particularly the Cape Town area?
Good afternoon. Yes, we are. A lot of people want to live and work from the Western Cape. And that's another reason why we're working very hard to lobby the national government to finally introduce the remote work visa.
What kind of visa would that look like? How would it be different from other visas?
So basically what it is, it's for people that already have a job elsewhere in the world, except they would be physically located from South Africa. So they would be able to live here and conduct their work remotely to wherever it is that their work takes them, but be able to enjoy the wonderful hospitality and lifestyle that the Western Cape has to offer.
They'll be able to enjoy the wonderful exchange rate as well.
Yes.
Are you finding any resistance from government to this? I mean, it would require a little bit of a change, and I imagine government would want to make sure that people are actually able to prove that they are earning an income in another country first, which could be quite difficult to do.
Well, I mean, a number of countries have already done it very successfully, and we don't want to be behind the curve. So what we did is some homework to help the Department of Home Affairs to unlock this type of visa as quickly as possible. It doesn't even need a change to the legislation. It means some tweaks to the regulations. And what we were proposing is a 1-year remote work visa, then some subsequent checks by officials to make sure that people are in fact doing what they say they're doing, which would then allow for an extension. Because so many people and digital nomads would certainly love to live here and enjoy our wonderful weather and the wonderful and diverse offerings that we have here and be able to connect into their work elsewhere in the world.
Wonderful weather, she says, as it's been very, very rainy in Cape Town the last little while. There's a big energy crisis.
A beautiful day today. World Tourism Day.
There is an energy crisis. Difficult to keep the lights on. Is that making it harder to attract people?
Well, of course, it is a major concern, and especially with its impacts on the economy and small businesses. So that's why we're working very hard in the Western Cape to mitigate the effects of load shedding as much as possible. And in Cape Town, for example, we enjoy 2 stages less than the rest of South Africa for many hours in the day, because we understand how critical energy is to everything that we do.
And tourism generally, are you seeing people coming back? I know there's some reportage that you are. I mean, is it going to be impossible to move around in Cape Town again this Christmas because there are too many foreigners?
Well, we're seeing some very encouraging signs that we're moving from recovery to growth. The forward bookings are looking great. And it does look like we're going to have a really fantastic summer season, not only in the Western Cape, but South Africa in general. And that's something that we really do need, Stephen, given that the tourism industry was particularly hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. And we want to see not only recovery, but growth. And in fact, we've done the calculation. And for the end of this year, we're looking at 191 flights into Cape Town per week. Which equates over the season to about 1.5 million seats. So that is indeed very good news for the tourism sector.
Are you worried about the shortage of jet fuel while we're here? I mean, it seems there's only 6 days supply at Cape Town International Airport. That must be a bit concerning for you. It
is, and I'm in constant communication with airport management. And the issue is not a systemic issue, it's a timing issue. So my understanding is that South African refineries will be back online to be able to produce jet fuel next month after quite a lengthy hiatus. So we won't need to import jet fuel anymore. And also there has been significant increase in storage infrastructure at the airport, which will be coming online before the peak season. So we basically have to get through this week, and then we should be absolutely fine.
MEC, thank you. Mirelle Wenger is the Western Cape MEC for Finance and Economic Opportunities.